Hey there folks, and welcome to another episode of A Healthy Dose of Fran. Today it's about to get interesting because today I am finally talking about the theories that I have for my all-time favourite book series and book universe, the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. And let's just say I have so many thoughts and theories about this that there are so many videos to come in the future. But instead of talking about those, let's get to the present, because today I'm talking about the most recent series by Rick Riordan, Trials of Apollo, which is the follow-up series to Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus. This book series follows the fallen from grace god Apollo in his struggle to deal with current mortal life and the dangerous world in which he has fallen, and all the other struggles in general going on in his life. But today's theory is focusing particularly on the differences in this fallen to mortal life than his past times of being mortal. So today's episode is why Apollo's fall from grace is different this time around. Now before I start this video, I do need to give a huge shout out to the Facebook Percy Jackson groups I'm involved with, who help support these theory videos that I'm doing and also come up with other ideas that can be involved with the theories that I'm discussing. So to Camp Half-Blood and the Percy Jackson / Heroes of Olympus fandom, thank you guys so much, and to anyone who's interested in joining them, the links to those groups are in the description box down below. But let's move on to the proper video, and here is my theory. So in the Trials of Apollo book, basically, Apollo is being shamed because of what happened in Heroes of Olympus, which, for anyone who hasn't read it, spoiler coming, Apollo basically kind of screwed up and caused a war between the Greeks and the Roman camps, and a war between their two Greek and Roman sides. So he got punished by Zeus and was punished to become mortal once again. And I say once again because this is literally the third time now that Apollo's become mortal because he did something to, frustrate Zeus. So yeah, he's not that, yeah, he's messed up a lot. However, unlike his previous two times of being mortal, Apollo did not keep his godlike good looks, nor did he keep his godlike powers. Instead, he was almost completely mortal, with a young 16-year-old pimply sort of face boy given the name Leo, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, so I'm going to put the last name here because I can't say it at all, but not having any access to his powers unless something dramatic occurs and his strength or his musical abilities reappear. Other than those few times, the previous two transformations to being mortal that Zeus punished him with, this third time is incredibly different, and I have a few ideas as to why. The first one being that Zeus is just being Zeus. This is Apollo's third strike, so to speak, and as such Apollo is punishing him by making it so he has to suffer so much more than the previous times, because clearly he has not learnt from those previous two experiences that he shouldn't be making mistakes like he has this time around. Which, considering Zeus is like the god of mistakes, please do not smite me. He's got a leg to stand on, doesn't he? But I feel that could possibly be the case. But there is also the aspect of it's possible that this three strike sort of element has a more darker turn, because as we see throughout the follow-up books to this, so there are currently 3 books out, and each book that comes out, Apollo seems to be becoming more and more mortal. So maybe with Zeus's 3 strikes and you're out sort of thing, he actually means it. Maybe Apollo will no longer be an immortal god. Idea number 2 is again relating to Zeus and kind of strengthening the punishment that he's laid out before by removing both Apollo's looks and his powers, except for the occasions where they are completely necessary, because of Apollo's interference in the demigod world. I believe that Zeus may be doing this to kind of teach him a lesson to not get involved with demigod affairs, by kind of making him live what demigods do for him, by basically sending him on all of these quests to deal with the prophecies and the oracle sort of issues that are going on currently. And I feel that by doing this, by removing his looks and his powers except for extreme occasions where they reoccur, Zeus believes that by doing this, Apollo will learn his lesson and be more cautious in his interaction with demigods and mortals. Idea number 3, and this is the final one and also my most favourite one, and that is Nero and the other Roman emperors are in fact the reason behind Apollo's power failure and mortal form. Now, there are lots of reasons behind why I feel this, but the main one is actually what we see in the books themselves. So the sources of Apollo's power are the fact that he is the sun god, he is the god of prophecy, he is the god of healing and plague and so on and so forth. Like, he's a god of a lot of things just in general, but those seem to be the main ones. Now, in the first book, The Hidden Oracle, we see that the Isle of Delphi, the original place for the main oracle that is connected to Apollo, has been retaken over by Python, the original owner of the Isle of Delphi. Now, that could possibly, and very likely, is what is blocking the prophecy element of Apollo and all of his oracles' powers. Going on to the Burning Maze, which was the most recent book, which I'm still not emotionally coping with. I'm going to need a minute. We see that Helios, the original sun god, is returning with his power so much more stronger than Apollo's ever was, or at least currently is. Then in the Dark Prophecy, we also have Trophonius, the oracle there, which was Apollo's son, who used to drive people insane. And with Apollo's powers of plague and so on and so forth, it would make sense that, although Trophonius, spoilers, is later destroyed, that sense of Apollo's power was also being held by someone else. As such, with these cases, it would stand to reason that with these other beings holding the power that Apollo used to, prophecy, the sun god, even plague or health or anything like that, I don't know what they'd be called, it stands to reason that with these beings taking over Apollo's power, that Apollo himself not only is losing his grip as being an immortal god, but of being a god in general. Hence the fact that he seems becoming more and more mortal each time we see him in the books. And those are my theories as to why Apollo's third fall from grace is different to the previous 2 times. First, Zeus has a 3-strike, you're out and mortal system. Second, Zeus believes that making it more difficult this time around will change Apollo's actions. And third, Apollo's original source of power is being taken over, and as such, he is being replaced. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with these theories, or do you have your own as to why Apollo may not have his powers and looks this time around? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. But in general, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you go to the description box down below, you'll find the link to those Facebook groups once again, as well as the links to my Instagram and my Patreon, where on Patreon you can get early access to any and all of my videos, as well as have a say as to what comes out in future. Here on YouTube, whoever, if you guys aren't already subscribed, go to the button down below or click the one popping up here on screen. If you want to check out any of my previous theory videos, the playlist will be popping up here. And then something else, Percy Jackson, will be popping up here. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.